Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 11th episode of Midara na Iwachan wa Benkyou ga Dekinai. And last episode, I think we had like a sports festival or something, and Ao's father came to it and he was trying to be all encouraging and help Aochan, and she got upset when he mentioned that she had G cups. I don't know why, it was a bit odd, but he was just trying to help. So that's what I remember from last episode. I'm curious what will happen in this episode, so I'm gonna watch it to find out. So that's what I'm gonna do. 3, 2, 1, play. I'm not sure if that's true. I'm not sure I follow the logic completely there. Well, maybe if you have a dirty mind like you, Ao. I think there's plenty of benefit for group studying, but that's just me, I guess. Oh no, we touched hands. I must be pregnant now. Does hand touching lead to Kabadon? I guess it would. You are such a dirty girl. More or less, yeah. You don't have a very good poker face. But it gets depend on the person. It could definitely be more efficient to study alone, but it really depends on the person. uh, I believe that. Uh, oh, ow. Yes, you don't want to hold back too much. Gotta let it release once in a while. Oh. An empty house, eh? Man, that face. I see those hard pupils. Don't think I don't see those hard pupils. Oh. Somebody's clearly been watching their fair share of doujinshi. Because anyone that does knows what a hard pupils means. That was a great face, though. But her trying to be all nonchalant about it, it was funny. Considering how clearly excited she was. I think you have enough books there, Al. I'm gonna miss this opening. I really am. A wonderful wonder. I guess that's what it is. Ah, Moogle. Suru, Suru, Pansu. Okay. Wow. That's a little bit pricey, but they do look good. Maybe it's worth it. There's some good stuff on this website. I don't think I should answer that question on YouTube. I must add it to cart. Must do it. It's an investment for the future. Very important. I didn't need to spend that money on school books anyway. Oh, ow. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't want your dad to open that. It's all so relatable. No, why would you think that? Just because I rushed to the door to get it? Asking the important questions. Does what you bought vibrate at all? Oh. Ow. Oh. Well, those do look nice. A little bit simpler than I expected, but nice. I kind of wonder how they would feel to wear. I'm not curious enough to try, of course, but still curious. So, when you put them on, describe it to me in detail. Just the two of you. Who knows what could happen? Just don't drop an eraser. That's the beginning of the end. That's the gateway. Lewdness. It's not really fair though when she puts her hair back like that. That's just playing dirty. It's always the correct thing to do. Always. Is that what would happen? Why do girls never do that with me? And nothing happened, right? You're gonna have to take the initiative if you want anything to happen here. Well, this is a little bit unexcited, boring. Oh. How dare he study in our study session? What's wrong with this man? No, it's just you give somebody mixed signals, he has no idea what to do with you. Okay, come on, Ao. I still can't believe Ao does not realize she's the biggest pervert in this whole show. Progress is not being made. Okay, how lewd is this equation gonna be? Yes. Who knew math could be so exciting? The look on her face. He's not gonna get it. This is even more of a stretch than the last one. Teach you how to stick it in? Okay. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. Learning from her how to do it makes sense. Y equals 1. How old are you? Now, I almost called her Midara, but that's not a name. This is just not working. All it's going to accomplish is going to think you're more weird than he already does. I've heard of the Tale of Genji, never read it, of course, but... This is a better attempt than the last ones, but... I don't think it'll get through either. If he was doing this on purpose, it would be amazing. I would like him even more if he was doing that on purpose. Yeah, that's a problem. That's not what she wants you to do. If you want something to happen, then just say something. Oh? What could that be? Fidget, fidget? Oh. Not bad? Wow, wow, just... You... No, that... You lack of self-awareness so hard, Al, it's almost insane. Yeah, I bet you need to watch those. Yes. Yes, I may not know exactly how to do it, but I will make up for that with enthusiasm. uh, uh, what are you afraid of? You'll just not know where to put it? You have the most wild imagination I've ever seen. Well, not ever, but I've seen it in a while. uh, he's too pure for you. It's not a bad request, though. I do agree that's a bit of a waste, but still, it would be nice to have. He's just a good boy. Leave him alone. Just don't put anything weird in the bento. I know you. You'll do that. Yeah. But again, she lacks self-awareness hard. You know she's serious because she's got the headband on. That's always the target, isn't it? I guess. What? Did you hurt yourself? You really do. Are you okay? Are you hungry? Or... okay. Ow, you are such a pain to deal with. Okay, that seems like a bit of a stretch, but sure. I guess it's the same as catching a Japanese cold and being in the rain for 10 seconds. I guess it's the same sort of thing. I knew these were a mistake. Just... ow, ow, ow. You know, if us as the audience didn't get to read Bao's mind, that would have been a very, very boring episode. Because without hearing all that and seeing things from Kijima's perspective, it was mostly just them sitting quietly in the room together studying. It was the insanity of Ao that really made it entertaining. And she is just... you know, it just clicked in my head in this episode, but she actually reminds me quite a bit of Yamada from B Got HK. Just, now that it clicked in my head, I can't unsee it. She reminds me a lot of her. Not quite as crazy as Yamada, not quite, but... well, that got my attention. I noticed. That's all you think about how I've gotten to understand that. Okay. That was the 11th episode of Midara na Aochan wa Benkyou ga Dekinai. And, you know, that title, Benkyou ga Dekinai, the reason why she can't study, because she has the wrong things on the brain, like, constantly. That's your problem, Ao. You can't blame Kijima for that. I keep wanting to call him Eiji, because I finished watching Senryu Shoujo before this, but Kijima. Name's Kijima. But anyway, the beginning part of the episode, there was a little bit of a discussion about studying as a group, and Ao doesn't think that's very productive, like, at all. So she was against the idea, even though Kijima clearly wanted to. And what was it that he said that got her to change her mind on this? Okay, let's see. Yeah, he asks when her free. Then he mentions this weekend his house will be empty, which that got her attention. After next week, we can study at a diner or something. But that's not for this episode just yet. And then she turns around and then immediately has the big blush, has the heart pupils. I think she has 2 hearts in each... yeah, she has 2 hearts in each eye, so just wow. And then she tries her best to play it cool. She's like, yeah, well, I guess we could do that thing you suggested if you really want to, you know, if you're asking me so desperately, I guess I could make it work. And then she goes shopping for a very special item. Which, once that arrived, she made sure she was the one that got it, and I think that's pretty relatable. You know, when you get certain packages, you make sure you're the one that grabs it, so you basically listen for that mailman, and when he comes, you go for it. So that was a fun little scene, just knocking her father to the wall at least twice. Here's my seal, okay, I'll take the box, goodbye. Pew! So, that was one of the funnier parts of the episode. So, of course, her father's very educated on such matters, so he knows this sort of situation when he sees it, so... but she didn't tell him what was in it, of course. But, yeah, she bought them and she wore them during the study session with Kijima. And this is where the main conflict of the episode goes. They are studying together, and an hour passes without anything of note really happening. It's just a pretty standard study session. And there's no way Ao's gonna be okay with that. No, no, no. And once Kijima in his head said, he's not gonna do anything funny, you obviously knew that he wasn't gonna take any initiative in this scene. So, but the problem was Ao still wanted him to. And Ao can't just, make the first move herself. She has to take these convoluted methods to get him to act upon what she wants him to understand that she wants. Just, it's all pretty complicated and, like I said, convoluted. Yeah, and it's funny because she says around, that's early on in the scene, that it was right to wear the silky pantsu, but by the end of the episode, she changed her mind on that completely, which is kind of funny. And of course, a little mental image of her deliberately showing them to him was pretty great. I don't think the reaction he had in her imagination would be what he would actually react with, but it was funny, so that's what matters. Kinda wish we could have saw that scene from his perspective, but oh well. Can't get everything. But she was so fired up for this, but yeah, an hour passed, nothing happened, and she decided to do silly things to try to get his attention. Like, what did she try? She tried, like, basically making equations more lewd than they actually are. That's kind of the bulk of what she was doing, and then trying to bring up stories and stuff to try to do anything she can to get the point across, but none of it really worked, or he ignored it. One of the two. But, yeah, just some of the stuff was kind of funny, but it didn't work, so it wasn't good enough for her. But just some of the things she made a big deal out of, like, add an extra line to the Y to make it look like Pantsu. Just, it's pretty. A lot of the things she did in this scene were, like, very childish, so it was kind of funny. At the level of writing a certain number to a calculator and making it upside down for it to say boobies, it was pretty much at that level, a lot of the stuff she was doing, so it was funny. Didn't work, but a lot of it was funny. It's just so unreasonable how angry and upset she gets with Kijima for not reading her mind the way the audience does and wanting to do what she wants when she wants it to be done. Just because, I don't know, just she's such a difficult girl to deal with. And it bothers me a little bit, but it's mostly funny, so it's fine. But just the way she keeps calling him pervert and stuff like that, when she is by far a lot more perverted than he could ever hope to be. Like when he mentions the thing that's typical for anime, the whole idea of, hey, if I do this, or whoever does this gets to give the other person one order. Pretty standard for anime. But the second he says that, she just starts immediately imagining all sorts of lewd things, which I'm going to go back and look at that more slowly. Okay, yeah, the first shot was just the shirt a little bit undone, and then we got a bit of a more hardcore thing going on there, and then we got some cat ears. Then we got, what's that last one? Like feathers? Or just tickling her with feathers. That would be nice, too. And then she follows up that imagination by, like I said, calling him a pervert. Just like, how could anyone lack self-awareness to that degree? But, I don't know. It's funny, so I'll let that go. But, yeah, just not a lot more to say on the episode than that. Just, her imagination was on full drive throughout the entire episode. But, yeah, she wasn't very impressed at all when his request that he wanted was just her to make a bento for him. Even though it should be fine. But, because she's such a pervert, she wants it much more than that. So, just, she's a giant pain. That's really what the episode boils down to. I know I've said that about previous episodes, but again, that's what it boils down to. And she got sick because the silky pantsu did not cover as much, so mistakes made there, I guess. But, anyway, yeah, that was the episode. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.